Hi, welcome back. Today I just want to touch on another subject. It's kind of a continuation of the topic that I had did that of the video that I did the other day. But I said that I would talk about the other situation that occurred where I had a close encounter with being kidnapped while in America. At this point, the second situation, it occurred when my son, my firstborn, was maybe a year old or close to a year old. It was coming on to the time when it was getting dark pretty quickly. I decided to go to walk to the flea market with my son. He was in the stroller and I was pushing the stroller, the stroller with the car seat and all that stuff. So I decided that I was not going to catch the bus because it was not that far from my house. So I decided, okay, I would walk. So I pushed him in the stroller and I went there. Okay, I went. At this point, when I was coming back, it was kind of dark. But I was like, you know what? To go and wait for the bus and, to go to the bus stop to wait for the bus and all that stuff, that'll be too much. So I decided that I was going to walk back home. At this point, the walk was maybe like 35 minutes walk. About 35 minutes walk. As I started to walk, at this point, I've been walking for maybe like a good bit. I was not too far from my apartment complex. So what happened was, you know how you feel like somebody's watching you? So I felt like somebody was watching me. I turned around and looked, and there was a car slowly moving behind me. But the car looked so suspicious. You know, the way how they were driving real slow behind me. And I was like, wait a minute, why are they driving so slow? And there was literally, let me tell you, at this point, there was not a lot of traffic on the road. So there was absolutely no reason why that car would be moving so slow. I thought to myself, if the car was going to break down, they would have on their hazard light. There was no hazard light. There was a bunch of dudes in the car, right? And the car was at a good bit distance. I don't want to lie. The car was maybe like less than a foot or so behind me. But it was just something telling me, yo, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. So I kept on walking and I could hear the car coming behind me, slowly coming behind me. At this point, I was literally by a canal. Where I was walking, there was a canal next to me. I grabbed that stroller and I started to run. I started to run till me and the stroller almost turned over. But I kept running, breathless. And while I was running, I saw the car was speeding up behind me. You know, the car was really coming at me. There's a little, through the apartment complex had a gate, like a little side opening. And I went through that gate with the stroller. And I ran. Even when I got in my complex, I kept on running home. I never stopped running until I reached at my door. Right? I didn't know this at the time, that what they were doing in Florida was that they were bumping into people. So if it's a female in a car by themselves or whoever, they will follow you and they would literally bump into your vehicle for you to stop, and then they would kidnap you. A lot of this was going on at that time, around 2006, 2007, 2008. There were a lot of kidnapping going on in Florida. So I say that to say this: be aware of your surroundings at all time. If you get a feeling, an intuition that somebody's following you, that you're being watched, pay attention. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Watch your back. Listen to that voice that is always talking to you and telling you, yo, something is wrong. If you hear a voice telling you, don't go, listen to it.